This is Salamancer. You are watching SalTV Competitive Team Fortress 2, and I'm just going to go with something that my stream chat said about this guy. This is definitely future Santa. He rocket jumps from roof to roof, bringing presents to all those maggot hippie children. But actually, get into this game real fast here. This is Swag Pantalones versus Plus Forward or Bust. Swag in the red and Plus Forward in the blue. And I want you guys to come and visit me at ESEA LAN in Dallas next weekend. Come do it, because it's going to be super mega awesome if you guys can come out there, even just for like half an hour or something, just to come visit, check out all the awesome players, and of course meet yours truly out there. It's probably not the reason you're going, but it's got to be a reason, right? Anyway, this is a long mid-fight, but right now it does look like the Plus Forward or Bust team is doing a real nice job of kicking their opponents out of there. So we are going to see the Swag Pantalones, aka is cut. That's their tag. Swag is going to get back here into their base right now. They got to wait for their respawners, and Cranberry, the demo man, down right now. He just respawned, so not able to lay sticky traps down just yet. He will probably be getting out of here fairly soon, but got to watch out for those. Funny thing about rockets, they do not destroy sticky bombs. They just kind of knock them around, which is a little bit of a pain. But we are watching the Mimniotic cam right now. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And that, I think, is actually Huey Lewis, Pyro, who streams, and he has successfully off-clashed in the past to Pyro here in ESEA Open. This is Open Playoffs. Getting towards the end of the playoffs, but they're actually going to go on for another 2 weeks, so we do have some more games coming in. And Huey's going to try and come stop this scout here. He's not getting around very fast, but he wants to be careful not to take too much damage. And yet, there he goes, getting taken out by Hein, whatever. I'm wondering if that is the same Hein as the guy who plays on, is it Bonus? Is that the team, or am I thinking wrong? But a big Highlander player. Anyway, Cranberry trying to do the best to do the damage, and right now it is just Linke left for the Plus Forward team. Of course, you remember Linke if you've been watching my channel at all, or just following ESEA Open at all. Linke and, of course, the rest of his team, you do see Tiger, Snailboat, and Crux. All of them were on the same team for 2 seasons in a row, and then this is the 3rd season that they've been together. So they have played with each other for a long time. Tiger usually pocketing for Linke. Linke is, of course, down right now. They did pick up 2 new players. B-Man has been on intermediate teams for a little while, but some of those have died, like the Red Flag. And they've got Hein, who's totally new this season to 6v6. So I want to say that's going to be the Hein from looking, I'm sorry, not from, yeah, sorry, from Looking Handsome from Highlander. So possibly he's making his 6th debut this season. And what just happened to Review Model? I don't know. But Plus Forward or Bust, they are starting to lose this middle point here, and you know, it's the kind of thing that happens. There is going to be an attempt at a back cap, but B-Man, I'm not sure if this is the right decision making, because what we're going to see here is Bella bringing the rest of her team pretty much no opposition on that point at all. So B-Man has given away where he is right now. Plus, Tiger and Crux are both down. This is looking really solid at the moment for the Plus Forward, or no, I'm sorry. Is that right? No, for the Swag Pantalones team, who are just pushing right on through. Might be able to take last pretty quickly here, as Crux is going to start laying some sticky traps down above that doorway. There's a nice 50% or so advantage for Bella at the moment. And Bella, by the way, I looked this up as well, has apparently played a couple different seasons of ESEA Open, I think. And also a Twilight fan. No, I don't know about the last part. Doesn't say that on the ESEA website. Although I think in the player bio she could technically have put it in. Who knows? We do, however, have Huey pocketing at the moment. He is going to try and lead his team down through this hallway. 2 players down, though, including 1 killed from a sentry. And that is not a mini-sentry, that is a level 1. And mini-sentries are not allowed this season in ESEA. I think a lot of players did complain about how rough it was to play against those little aimbots and all the knockback and all that wonderful stuff that they have. So, I mean, that's one thing that mini-sentries did, was just kind of shut down the soldiers too much, and it was like, you know, soldier is really the core of the team. If you can't have that moving around and jumping in and killing people, then what's the point of playing TF2? You know, it made for some interesting strats, but I think there was a little bit too much complaint that it kind of slowed down the game. So that is why they're not allowed at the moment. Who knows, might see him come back in, but nice little jump in here by Shinji Ayanami, aka Shootist, I believe. That's what that guy used to be called. And now Cranberry just trying to slow down delay this push as much as possible, but he's got to keep his med alive. If the med dies, they're in big trouble. Bella does have 100% Uber, but it did have to pop it. And now Linke might get an advantage just a little bit if he can find somebody to heal quickly. But so far, it's not happening. And actually, needs to back away from that, because it looks like his team is going to be back on their last point once again. And good kills here by B-Man, who still has that sentry up in a wicked spot. And Snailboat is doing his very best. Oh! taken down. So at this point, it's Neo Russia and the rest of the team here, the Swag Pantalones team, wanting to push in and do some damage. Nobody spotting Neo Russia as he walked in through the door, takes down the soldier. He's going to go for another soldier kill here. He might need to reload, but he does help do a lot of damage there. That soldier gets finished off before it looks like Bella is going to lead the soldier on. Mike over the Ubersaw kill, not able to get it, but still, I mean that's a scary thing as a demo man. You don't want a medic running at you with the Ubersaw. You just don't. So that was pretty darn good round. I think went to both teams' last points here, and so we are going to see how Swag Pantalones manage to bring this one forward to the middle point. And right now, of course, Tiger getting his buffs, Mim getting his. This is Huey that we're watching. And a nice kill there on a scout right away, but a scout in on his own medic, and Bella gets taken out. So it is going to be... Ooh. Oh, nice kills, actually. Huey's saving this midpoint for them. He's going to have to try and jump in on this soldier, and he does manage to get that kill. B-Man, the only one left alive now for plus forward. And Neo Russia is going to try and give him a run for his money. Neo, oof, is a really good scout, but B-Man, I'm sorry, really good soldier. B-Man is a really good scout. And oh, that reflex shot. That reflex shot. That was beautiful. So B-Man holding on to mid, even though Huey tried to save it as best he could. And now this is definitely going to be plus forward or bust. Winning the mid fight. And they just need to hold down these chokes a little bit, make sure their opponents can't get through them for free. Because, I mean, as a soldier, if you're trying to walk through a oh, B-Man. Oh, B-Man. If you're trying to walk through a choke point, I was going to say, and you take damage, you know, you're going to have to rocket jump at somebody, even if you're using the gunboats. That's another 20 points of damage right there, and they're all looking at you, so the likelihood that you're going to make anything happen is pretty low. And B-Man getting in on the med now. Oh, wow, brave. Brave reactions? I was going to say great reactions, and then I don't know where that went. But it was great reaction time from everybody on the Swag Pantalones team. You know, Soldier and Demo immediately turning to that scout, taking him out. So that is how you protect a medic right there. B-Man had a good angle and just did not manage to quite get the kills. So very good communication. And I'm thinking Swag Pantalones will use that opportunity, not having had their medic forced to push in here and take the middle point. Taking out Tiger, who was going for a flank, I guess. Know how he got back there, but right now plus forward or bust seems like they are busting. So it was a pun. It's pretty terrible, I know, but of course you do see they don't have plus forward on, so what do you expect? And Mental Vortex trying to just walk in through the door, but this is such a terrible door to walk in through, usually. You've always got to be super careful about those stickies. You got to, like, just edge that door so it opens, and then back away from it, and edge it a couple more times, and see if the stickies are there, and then lay a couple rockets down to bounce all the stickies off the top of it, and then by the time you're finally convinced that there are no stickies there, and you try to open the door the next time, then he's laid down too, and you die. So it's one of the worst doors probably in all of TF2, outside of, like, Granary, where you just know there's sticky bombs there every time. And so plus forward or bust, familiar territory here. They are back on their last point once again, and they have B-Man setting up that sentry again. Snailboat on the heavy, and there goes the Uber for both teams. Snail going to try to do a bunch of damage there to Cranberry, and he does take him out. So Bella down already, and oh, most of the players here for Swag Pantalones are dead. Mental is just going to use this little ledge here on Gullywash to see if he can get a kill, and nobody watching for him, so he's going to get it. That is actually a pretty standard little ledge that people use to ambush. They do it a lot of the time. So that was a very good medic pick that really plus forward or bust should have kind of been anticipating. You know, there was still a scout left alive. Should have been watching for that. So you got to watch around every corner. And interestingly, it's like, okay, Mental can't get back and cap this point. So what's he doing? Well, what he's doing right now is he's just going to wait for the medic to come out, and once again going for the meat shots, trying to get the kill. Can he do it? No. This time around, Link A at 35 health. These guys need to watch for that scout. He is behind them every time. So, if I were them, I would be like, look, okay, let's just watch our backs a little bit more. Maybe turn around every once in a while. Hein is in a nice little ambush position, and nobody realizes he's there. So this is a game of ambushes right now. He's doing some good damage to that soldier, but didn't manage to take him out, and actually most of his team is gone. He's trying to make a jump, but that is going to kill him. Cranberry with the sticky bombs, and there's just not enough players left alive to defend this point anymore. So there you go, Swag Pantalones 2-0 now against plus forward or bust. So there's a lot to be said about teamwork. You know, what with hang on. A lot to be said about teamwork. What with 4 of these players on plus forward or bust. They've played with each other for a long time. But there's also a lot to be said about deathmatch and kill ability. And a lot of game sense, too. And I gotta say that right now the game sense battle is definitely being won by these scouts. Both teams have some scouts that are doing some pretty sick ambushes, but the game sense then of the the medic protectors, you know, the core of the team on Swag Pantalones is just absolutely stellar. They are keeping that medic alive for a little bit longer and managing to make some bigger plays for the most part. Let's see what Neo Russia can manage to do here at this mid-fight, because I have not seen him play too much Scout. I've seen him play a lot of Soldier, especially on pickup games. I think I've seen him play Scout once or twice in Pugs, but this might be the first season he's actually really done Scout. And yes, okay. Teamwork is good. My stream chat is like, wait a minute, what are you talking about, Sal? Teamwork? What is this? Oh, speaking of, I've heard some rumors that there's going to be an ulti-duo ladder getting set up. Not by Valve, I think, but at least by a nice capture here, by the way, even though they are down by 2 players. Getting that cap, but losing another 2, or at least 1. Good Uber here, but +4 to Bust should be able to cap this point with no problem. They have not lost any players yet, and I really would, you know, I don't like to see the red team in at this point. And they're going to get taken out. Yeah, they stayed in for a little bit too long. Overextended, as it's called. Although, never mind. Cranberry, once again, carrying the team on his back. So that is why he's called Cran Carry. Yeah, he's getting a bunch of nice kills, though. And there is not a lot that +4 to Bus can really do about this. That is going to be halftime for Swag Pantalones versus +4 Bus. There is not a lot of room for mistakes here out of the +4 to Bus team anymore. 2 more wins, and Swag Pantalones are moving on here in the tournament. And I wanted to say, as we get at this mid-fight, so I know I'm going to get cut off, but I wanted to say there is going to be an ulti-duo ladder potentially getting set up. An ulti-duo is medic-soldier versus medic-soldier. So, like, if it worked really well, and a lot of people were interested in just, you know, playing some fun ladder games, it could almost be like a StarCraft-style thing, where, you know, you get on the 2v2 ladder, and you can either play with a friend or play randomly and, you know, swap off as medic and soldier or whatever, plus a really awesome mid-fight here for Swag Pantalones, by the way. But ulti-duo ladder would be super sweet, where you just play a King of the Hill, you know, and you have to hold it for 5 minutes, medic soldier versus medic soldier. That could be a great way of showcasing new soldier and medic talent out in the field. So I would love to see that. Anyway, back to the fight. Of course, Swag Pantalones is coming out to an early lead this half already. They're looking solid. They don't have the Uber advantage, so it's going to be, of course, a tough push into last, as always. B-Man, once again, on that engineer. Let's get that camera real quick here. He is setting up this sentry pretty much in the same location every time. He wants to make sure that it is right next to this door. Very difficult for anybody to walk in and edge this, because of course, you know, if they had all the time in the world, they could just walk around and of course do the whole, you know, sneak around, boom, boom, boom thing, which you see a lot of good players do. But they don't have all the time in the world, because if you look at how that's set up, I mean, somebody trying to walk in through there is going to have problems getting in. You're going to take a lot of spam, and there you go, Shinji. That is going to be once again shootist. Does get taken down just trying to +4 his way into that. So now the question is, what is this crit screen going to do? Because Huey is standing here taunting for a little while. I think maybe trying to use that taunt just to see around the corner. And yes, I know my chair is super squeaky, but deal with it. Oh, it sounds like the crits has gone off. Bella popping that on a scout? So they might not be taking it seriously at this point. They do lose another soldier. That crits didn't do very well. I think they probably popped it on Cranberry and he died pretty quickly, actually. That's why he's just respawning now. Derp. But that crits did not work at all. Of course, Linke managed to pop the Uber. And actually, Linke at a higher Uber percentage right now than Bella, although he gets taken down. So there is going to be a nice Uber advantage here as long as that team can stay alive. But whoa, Bella is way out of position right now, getting chased down. Grabs the health kit, but Tiger thinking about, you know, faking them out, pretending to go to the drop down, and then just backs off. I thought maybe he'd try to go for a kill there, but he probably assessed the situation better than I would have. Said, you know, it would be better to stay alive at the moment and grab the medic. Make sure we get that Uber back up, because Bella's going to have the crits ready to go pretty soon. They are going to bring, where's Cranberry? He has some pretty wicked sticky aim. You like how that rhymes a little bit, sort of? So they are bringing Cranberry in through lower right now. I'm willing to bet that the red team is standing upstairs with the med. Oh, med's not up there. Actually, Bella's taken out. Both medics are taken down, so never mind. The medics are nowhere to be found. And Cranberry, the only one left for his team now, so +4 or bust, somehow managing to hold on to this. I don't know what Linke is saying at all, but okay. And plus forward or bust. This might end up being the first round that they win. Who knows? Krux going to walk out here after Tiger. Hang on, where's Tiger? Never mind, Tiger is just now getting the rest of the team. He's got to make sure his medic keeps healing. So, of course, he and Link A do like to give each other crap every now and then. Every time we're casting a game with Tiger in it, Link A is always like, tell Tiger how horrible he is. Watch how horrible he is. Look at him do awful. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll do what I can. But of course, if I catch Tiger getting air shots like that, well, what can you do? Apparently, he's actually not all that bad at TF2. So he's going to stay with Link A. And it wasn't like the super craziest air shot I've ever seen, but it was a pretty darn good one. And now, of course, there is a player advantage. Bell is soon going to have an Uber. So the question is, oh, nice shot there, Tiger. The question is, can they force that Uber out of Bella, or are they just going to sit back and my stream isn't working today. They're going to sit back here, wait until they can get a pick or something before they push in again. That would be the wise thing to do. Now, time is running out. It is, of course, at the moment, it's 3-0. So plus forward or bust, they've got their work cut out for them. They need to get at least 4 points here in the next 25 or so minutes. And they do miss the kill there on Shinji. He grabs a health kit, so that is going to be a pain in the butt for the plus forward team. Now, of course, they will have to rebuild that Uber. It's going to be very difficult to push in. Link A takes some damage. Not down yet, though. Grabbing that health kit. It just respawned. And Bella now finishing off her Uber. So they need to cap this point. Okay, this is going to be a bad situation for the Swag Pantalones team. They will get the kill on Tiger, but no, not able to stop the scout on the point. Yeah, that was the thing where if you pop an Uber on defense, and that even gives you just like a 10 or 20% disadvantage, if you don't rush out and cap that last point, or the second point, I mean, then you are in trouble. And that was the situation they found themselves in. Of course, with only 3 players left alive, it was tough to defend against that scout cap. Anyway, Cranberry taking this left-hand passive rollout, as it's called, although he's actually using it really aggressively. Not a usual thing you see because of exactly that. Scouts will get right on top of you and just destroy you. But usually you lay a sticky down on those crates that we just passed and use it to escape from scout pressure. Instead, the scouts are going huge right now. B-Man is getting some crazy kills at the moment. Snailboat coming in behind this soldier over here. He will get that kill. Pretty much finishing off this mid-fight. Mimniotic Huey Lewis is one of the only ones left, and he seems to be rocket jumping away as fast as possible. So trying to take some high ground here. Looks like they may try to do a high ground defense on the Swag Pantalones team. And a scout rushing in here at the moment. Oh! And pill to the face. That is never fun as a scout. Or as really anything, but especially as a scout, because you'll die so fast. Cranberry trying his best to defend this point, but once again, plus forward or bust suddenly have found their legs here, and Cranberry trying to lay down a little bit of a trap, which that's a new one to me too, although they did spot it, so they do pop the Uber right away, not going to really do anything. Cranberry taking some hits, but he will get back to the med, so for now he's okay. And yes, this is what we like to see, Huey Lewis on the Pyro. Of course, usually you only use Pyro on it. Defense on a last point like this when you've got an Uber disadvantage, which is exactly what he did, and he is a good Pyro, so we do see him staying alive there, but they've got to keep players off the point right now, and they will. So that's going to be, for now, a successful defense. They've got the Uber ready to go. Problem is they don't have any scouts up at the moment. They did just get one respawning, but it is too late really for him to go out and successfully cap, especially because right now the plus forward team do have, well, they had high ground. They're thinking about backing away from this for a little while. With a pocket Pyro walking out here. Sick. I'm gonna watch the Pyro action. Hang on, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Okay, watch the Huey action. And the Uber is popped, so he will take some damage from the scout over there. But that B-Man on the sniper, that's actually kind of a scary thing, but he probably won't be able to get too much done here before the point is captured. And yes, Blue has captured that second point. So they are ready to push back out and potentially make a play towards mid. And of course, I would probably say, I'd probably agree with most people in my stream chat right now who are saying, yeah, Huey's pretty awesome. He's not as good as Enigma. Enigma on Pyro is just super baller. But nonetheless, this guy also, look at that gear right now. Is that a Monday Night Combat helmet? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's awesome. Hang on. Let's get that. Well, it doesn't say. Cool. It's because I have that turned off, so whatever. Anyway, Huey still pocketing Pyroing, but he does finally get taken down. And here you go, plus forward or bust with B-Man killing Neo Russia, and everybody pretty much getting a kill there. It is just Mental Vortex left alive, and everybody from the team, this is what you got to do. Leave one scout to cap that point. The rest of your team goes forward, has pretty much full health except for Tiger. Everybody else was healed up by that med, so they were solid. And it is now 3-2. And oh, I misspoke. Apparently it is Super Monday Night Combat. Not just Monday Night Combat. They are different. I apologize profusely. But Tiger taking the Equalizer rollout. And on Gullywash, Equalizer is a little weird because you do see he's not quite at crit heals yet. He was healing a little bit faster than the slowest rate, but it's such a slow map there. And wow, nice jump by Tiger. He does take down Cranberry before dying in a pile of blood and guts. Anyway, it's a little bit of a weird map for soldier rollouts, but you can still get both your soldiers up to about 280 before they jump, and it works pretty well. Now, plus forward or bust, actually taking a bunch of damage here, and as long as Bella and the Pocket stay alive, that's Huey, it should be okay. Oh no! Snailboat coming in from behind, and that is both the scouts actually, B-Man and Snailboat, tag teaming. So plus forward or bust, once again with a very nice little advantage, and Linke is, well, he was thinking about taking the plus forward spawn. Oh! No, he was thinking about taking that forward spawn there and swapping out. But then actually Hein joined back in the game and he's like, no, you know what? We're going to be missing out on some Uber charge building, so may as well just keep the Uber charge going. Going to slow down the push maybe a little bit, but they will have the Uber advantage over Bella. And I'm pretty sure that was a phrase directly out of Twilight. It was when Bella started playing Team Fortress 2 along with Edward. They were like, oh man, this is so cool, and everybody was like, I'm a better medic than you. Look, I've got like a 20% Uber advantage. Anyway, that's all I know about Twilight, pretty much. But I hear it's a really awesome book series. It's all about TF2, so I guess you should read it. And there you go, plus forward trying to cap the point once again. They do have a scout standing on there right now. There's a little bit of high ground pressure coming in from Swag Pantalones, but they are backing off to last, not really wanting to give up another point here, and they do have pretty much cookie cutter classes out right now. Neo Russia got caught outdoors. Sometimes you just can't get caught outdoors in the rain, in the hail, whatever it is. There was a storm out there, and he died. And another nice little juggle there from Tiger. He has got some excellently predicted rockets today. Not quite as good on the shotgun, though. But he will get down here on the point, and he's just going to have to lay a couple rockets down in front of him to try and keep people off the point. He does not manage to do it just yet, but there is a bunch of spam coming in now as it's just Hein versus Neo Russia, and Hein is going to get on the point. He's just like, I don't want to fight. I just want to win rounds. It is now 3-3, tied up. Plus forward or bust versus Swag Pantalones. And Swag in the blue right now are thinking, okay, what's going on here? They're actually running a sniper to mid. Where's the sniper? Where's it? Where? Oh, no, they're not. Never mind. He switched off. Okay. Well, watch the Snailboat cam then. And Snailboat, right now, he's taking that left-hand rollout so he can protect his demo man from invading scouts, but he does get taken down pretty quickly once he starts walking over towards the rest of the blue team. And look at how damaged the plus forward team is right now. A couple of shots on each one of them except for Crux will take him down. And Crux even, he's going to get, yeah, he knows. He knows that scout's coming after him, coming for the flank. Nice hit on the scout, but it's not quite enough. Neo Russia taking down the remainder of the plus forward team. Bella has an 85% Uber advantage currently, and by the time Linke spawns, it'll be a 100% difference. So that is how you win a round. This should be pretty textbook for Swag Pantalones, because all they have to do is hold on to their Uber advantage, make sure their opponents don't do like this kind of thing. Tiger jumping in, he could end up forcing the pop right now, and he does. Oh, not textbook at all. You got to be watching for that, because when you've got such a huge Uber advantage, you have to be aware. This is what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come in and try to force the Uber. So you've got to stop that from happening, or else you just give it up. Although Tiger and Hein are both down, there's a big player advantage right now for the blue team, so they could try and push in. It's just they've got to deal with Snailboat on the Engineer and with B-Man on the Pyro. It's not an easy thing to deal with, B-Man and, well, a Pyro and an Engineer on last. It's very turtle heavy, so they really did not like their chances of pushing in there. Of course, the Pyro is going to reflect all their rockets and the grenades away from the Sentry, which means that they would not deal any damage to the Sentry, and of course that Sentry, if it spots you, it shoots you, and it never misses. Except with the rockets, which are projectiles. But with the actual like hit scan bullets, it will hit you every time. So it makes it very difficult to push in when you can't even deal damage to that Sentry because of the Pyro. And we are gonna wait and see. There you go. They do get their Uber up now. So now they're going to use the Uber to walk in, probably try and knock out that sentry. And, of course, that's Snailboat copying B-Man's sentry position. And there goes the counter Uber on B-Man, making sure he stays alive here on the point as the Pyro. Uber Pyro is very scary. Uber Heavy is even scarier because of all that health that they have. And so we are going to see Plus Forward holding it off for now. Can they push back out and get the lead in this game for the first time? That's the question. Right now, Swag Pantalone is backing up to mid. And Neo Russia, you're being so rude right now. But I would have to agree, when you miss an opportunity to score like that, sometimes it sucks. What can I say? Mental Vortex on the Spy, though. So that could be interesting, especially because Plus Forward or Bust, they have not pushed forward yet. They've not even tried to take second, so at this point they really can't. Oh, gotta be careful about all that spam coming in. And he's using the regular Invis Watch, so he will probably just let it recharge in here, maybe. He does spot where the sentry is, so he's going to tell his team about that. That's always good intel to have. Having the information like that is super important. He's waiting for the regen. Yeah, there you go. The watch to recharge a little bit, so that he can get back up here. He's going to be very careful about that Pyro spotting him, but so far nobody's spotting him, and nobody's still. He's going to get the kill on the med. Beautiful. That is exactly what his team needed. So they trade one player to kill the med, and now in comes the blue Uber. They've got to get a couple more kills here so that they can put themselves on the point, and there you go. They take down the Demo Man. That is all they needed, and there you go. Swag Pantalone is bringing it 4-3. So they are within 1 point now of winning the game. We'll see if they can do it or if it's going to get tied up again. I am always a fan of 4-4 games in ESEA because they just go down to the wire. See if that is the case today. But Cranberry on his way to the rollout, taking this same passive rollout again. There you go, laying down sticks right in front of that doorway. Going to try and box it off for a little while. He's got to watch out for these scouts coming up next to him, but he does have a friendly, protective scout, and now a soldier over here as well. Plus the medic is on him, so he will be okay for a little while longer. Never mind. Never mind. I'm wrong. And Plus Forward or Bust getting a couple nice kills here. That's a soldier scout and Demo Man down for Swag Pantalones. Heine jumping forward, and he will start trying to capture this second point after his team won that mid-fight so convincingly. Bella has an Uber ready to go. Is that a crits? I don't think so. That is a regular Uber. They're going to jump in. They're a little bit too late to stop the cap, and they're going to have to watch for back caps here. B-Man thinking about going for it. He does spot a Uber scout, and now he's in trouble. Demo Man here, scout as well. He does try and jump away from that, but it's too late. He gets exploded. Everybody on blue team probably needs a shower after all of the guts they just got covered with, but you know, it doesn't look like it actually. They look pretty clean. Kind of surprising. No, Swag Pantalone is going to have to turtle up on last again, and they do have Mental Vortex on the heavy, and Huey's going Pyro again. One of my favorite things to see. And this is why I watch the soldier is just like, I'm not even going to try to jump at you because we know what's going to happen if I do that. So he's going to have to jump away here for a little bit. Doesn't want to take too much damage to Pyro because you're actually pretty fragile in a 6v6 situation. You're going to die fast because you don't have the mobility to get away from a situation once you got it in it. But that is practically a wipeout for Plus Forward or Bust. That push did not work for them at all. So it's just Snailboat left alive here for his team. And now, of course, he's got help from B-Man. That's a potent combo. 2 scouts with pretty excellent experience, and B-Man himself has been looking solid this game. Snailboat, though, he's not quite double the points there, but at least times at 1.5, something like that. So he's been doing an excellent job. Does take down Mental Vortex. So Plus Forward or Bust, they do get 1 kill out of that, but that is the only kill they've got right now. Maybe going for the back cap. Can they get away with this, actually? They might. The Demo Man coming in and stopping it, though. Cranberry killing B-Man, and then Neo Russia comes in just to finish off Snailboat, who had low HP anyway. So that back cap attempt was shut down. Tiger now killed as well. Plus Forward kind of falling apart here, with Neo Russia thinking about doing a bunch of damage to that Demo. May have wanted to pick, but it was a little bit too late. He was too far away. And we still have a Pyro. So let me find him. There we go. Sorry. I could have probably just left-clicked once, but instead I right-clicked like a billion times. So I'm sure you're super dizzy by now. Oh, look out for those. Oh, I like that. I like that. He's just pushing him in there like it's a little trash can. He's like, get out of here. The problem is he wasted, 80 ammo doing it, but that's okay. There's ammo right there. So pretty soon there is probably going to be pushed by one of these teams. I don't see it being blue. Both teams do have an Uber right now, and with a Pyro trying to push, yeah, if you try to push an Uber Pyro, everybody just runs away from him. Everybody in a 6v6 team will be able to get away faster than the Pyro can move. Like, look what's happening right now. Basically, they're lucky that the red team was not thinking about moving faster, because they really should be able to get away from that. Right now, Pantolones is using a lot of players, though. Their med is still alive, but it is just the Medic-Pyro combo right now, trying desperately to retreat. They are going to have to deal with a scout coming up through this. 2 scouts now coming up through the elbow.
The control point has been
No,
contested.
both those guys get taken out real fast. Didn't even get a kill. Mental Vortex on the spy once again. And Neo Russia just trying to... actually, it looks like Neo Russia had just respawned, and maybe Crux was trying to spawn camp, but didn't work out for him very well. Where is our spy right now? That is going to be the story of the game. Can he get another wicked stab? This is not... Uh-oh, they spotted him. No, he really can't get another wicked stab here. He's done. Yeah, you don't usually see a spy being used anywhere other than that last point. So, I mean, it was a good surprise move. It's just that I think maybe that scout heard or maybe saw him decloak. It's just unlucky a little bit. And here comes a nice Uber from +4 to bust. They're going to try and tie this up. They've got to get that second point captured, but they do manage to take down Bella. Fairly important kill there. And Cranberry's down as well. They've just got to make sure Linke stays alive. That scout is so scary. But it is ×4 capture on that second point. So once again, +4 to bust going to try their very best to get in here and capture and tie it up. We'll see. As +4 they're going to have to build the Uber up. So they've got a slight bit of an advantage, but if they don't build this as fast as possible, that advantage may very well disappear. Their opponents will be building. And watching Neo Russia, I swear, I was asking about this earlier, nobody knew, but I thought Neo Russia had actually won a big MGE tournament a while ago. With, it might have been an XTV sponsored thing, but Neo Russia was just like super solid as a soldier. He did an amazing job there. Or it might have been some kind of a... No, you know what it was? It wasn't MGE, it was the... oh, he's going to come in here and force an early pop out of Linke. Well, here comes the push, so I'll tell you guys in a minute. As the push is happening right now, Snailbook is taken out, but so does Cranberry. No sticks on the point because the demo is gone. There is going to be a player there, and Neo trying to stop this desperately. It looks like +4 actually losing it because there is an Uber Heavy on the point. And what are you going to do about that? Anyway, so Neo Russia, he was on the Looking for Team game. It was this 6v6 game that XTV sponsored for players who were looking for a 6v6 team. And we should probably see more of those. But he ended up just completely dominating everybody else in that game. It was pretty ridiculous. So it's nice to see he's found a team. 6v6 style. But pretty soon, I think we're going to see another +4 push. They do almost have the Uber once again. They're trying to build as fast as possible on the scouts. Oh no! He ate a bunch of spam and actually killed himself. B-Man, that is super embarrassing for you, man. I apologize. But it happened. We caught it on camera. So you get to be immortalized, killing yourself right before the push where your team had Uber advantage. And now there is no Uber advantage because Bella very nearly has 100%. I mean, really, Linke might have thought about pushing in even though B-Man was dead. Instead, B-Man is now... He's going to come in as a Pyro. If he's not spotted, this could be useful. Because what they're going to do is they're going to try and bring the Pyro straight through the water, which is the downstairs area. Yes. And so he's going to walk down through here, and if anybody is standing on that point or trying to get near it, he's just going to start capping, and he's going to try and blow him away. But actually, there is another Pyro here. B-Man, you've got to extinguish your players. You've got to air blast your players and extinguish them. Otherwise, they will take so much damage. Bella taken down, but that is the only person who has died in this attack right now. +4 have lost their med, and now losing a bunch of players. Look at how hurt they all are. It is not going to be long before most of them die. And there you go. Hein was trapped in the water area. Of course, it's called water because there used to be water down there. There isn't anymore, but that is just kind of the naming convention that never went away. +4 to bust, still holding on to second at the moment. Really, it's just because they've been sacrificing a couple players here and there to try to deny the cap, but I think at this point they've sacrificed enough that now there shouldn't be any problem for Pantolones to come back out and cap it, and they will. So crisis averted. They managed to hold on just for a little bit longer to their point. Oh, Hein, though, in an interesting ambush position, standing right up here above these crates. I do like to see some of the good reflecting that's going on. Oh, no! So Hein did his best to try to get an ambush there, but instead of getting the med, he got nothing. And now Cranberry and Shootist are both down, though. So this push from Swag Pantalones is not going to get anywhere. Oh man, I've really got a cough right now. There we go. Fixed it. I fixed it. Gullywash going to do his best to take down the med. Done a bunch of damage, but not quite able to get the kill. And actually, Link didn't take a lot of damage. Never mind. It looked like he was doing a bunch, but STV can be deceiving. So, it looks like Huey's actually dominating. Was that B-Man or Snailboat? Kind of a nice feeling. And those reflects going to do so much damage. There is an Uber popped here for +4 to bust right now. Huey's still on the Pyro, doing his best to cap, but at the moment he can't jump up and stop this invincible soldier. Another nice reflect, though, going for the air shot on the reflect, not able to get it, but he still managed to do so much damage and completely prevent that soldier from being useful at all. You love to see the Pyro when it is useful. Man, these reflects are just on point right now. And there goes B-Man to the shotgun. Of course, such a useful, versatile weapon. You gotta use that shotgun in a 6v6 situation if you want to make Pyro viable. And then he's probably using the axe extinguisher, or some variant thereof. Yes, he is. Good old axe extinguisher. So now it's +4 to bust's game to lose here. They have only their second point, and they're going to lose that very quickly because they don't have the Uber advantage. Now, this is that situation, like I said earlier. This is that textbook thing where Bella needs to protect the Uber, as does the rest of the team. Because they've got an Uber advantage, and somebody is going to try to make her pop or drop. Right now, the way they're protecting it is to bring in the med. They actually did a pretty good job. They brought the med in upstairs, which players don't usually expect you to do as much. In comes the Uber. Now, there is going to be kind of a derpy Pyro versus Pyro thing going on here for a little bit. And the counter Uber from Red comes in, but this counter Uber is being a little bit too aggressive. There's nobody on the point right now. Med trying to get the capture. Not going to be enough. But actually, Shootist coming onto the point. Can they stop him in time? I don't think they can. Oh, just barely. But Neo Russia. Oh my gosh, that point was close. It was down to the wire. 1v1 scouts, both of them hurt, and so Snailboat's going to come out and try to cap second real fast.
The control point is being captured.
That was, in fact, a very nice hold, very clutch. So now the +4 team is pushing forward as fast as possible. Mental Vortex on the sniper, so we'll see if he can't get some wicked headshots going on here. And Mental, I want to say, has been playing since about Season 8, mostly in ESEA Open, but he has still been a bit of a veteran here. Oh, no, sir. No headshots for you, because Snailboat just +forwarded into you. Now, Hein tried to do the same thing, but his bomb there didn't work very well. And the more players +forward loses, the harder it's going to be for them to maintain their hold on this point. They've only got 3 up against 4, and right now they've got to keep the med alive. They've got to keep the med alive. Where is Link right now? He's trying to get away from this, but no! Walks over a sticky bomb. And so now +forward, I mean, they're going to be desperate because they're going to lose the second point. They're going to have an Uber disadvantage once again. Bella down to, uh-oh. B-Man thought he could get in behind, but a scout spotted him, and Mental Vortex takes him down. So now it is going to be, this should be the end. Because Snailboat and B-Man are down. They might respawn by the time this push happens. But no, actually, the Uber is already in. Cranberry doing a little bit of a jump there. Kind of weird, but he is going to lay stickies down in front of the point. If anybody comes in and tries to stop him from capping, he can just det those stickies and kill them. Link down. And he does help take down Tiger as well. That is probably going to be it. Swag Pantalones winning it 5-3. Most of the time, that was pretty convincing. But I got to say that the the last half here, with 3 points in a row for +4, they looked really solid on those points. And then I guess they just fell apart there at the end. Kind of too bad for them. But I do urge you to subscribe to youtube.com/fatmop, and thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy your competitive TF2 as much as I do, and let me know what you want to see more of out of it as well, because one thing I've been trying to do more of is capture the player stories a little bit, and like try and understand the players a lot better, so I can say, look, this guy has come from this background, or this guy's been doing this much ESEA, and of course I'll try and highlight people like Huey who play an awesome class like Pyro and do streaming. So let me know if you want to see more of that, and I'll try my best to research these guys as much as possible if that is if that's a useful thing to you. But see you later.